Hi, this is Perseus Udachia and I'm the founder of Super Resources Academy. In this video, I'll be talking about the 6 topmost challenges that are faced by most working professionals today, regardless of the stage at which they are in their career. Okay. And as I mentioned earlier, I have personally spent 2 decades in the corporate world, and I can tell you with absolute certainty that these are the topmost challenges that people are facing today. Okay. So let's look at it one by one. And if you're able to resonate with any of these, I would love to hear from you. Make sure that you share your thoughts and comments in the comment box below, and make sure that you watch this video till the very end if you want to benefit from it. Okay. So let's look at the first topmost challenge. Okay. The first challenge that most working professionals face today is a lack of clarity. People have spent many years in the corporate world, but they still sometimes are not very sure whether or not they're on the right path. Okay. This is happening because they've never taken the time out and they've not done that little bit of self introspection and asked themselves some simple questions like, what are my interests? What are my personal attributes? What are my core values? What kind of experience do I really have? Okay. Had they taken these things into consideration and made a better plan, they would have been in a better position today. Okay. Because when you take these things into consideration, then you know in which area do I need to gather specialized knowledge, what kind of experience do I require. Okay. So with this plan in place, you're able to take better action, and by taking better actions, you're able to attain a tangible result. But this is lacking because there is no clarity in the first place. So clarity is the main challenge. Okay. The second challenge that a lot of working professionals are facing today is that there is a lack of confidence. They simply are not able to execute confidence in the professional world, be it appearing for interviews or giving that customer presentation or confidently sharing your thoughts and opinions in your team meetings or representing your company at a conference or an event. You simply lack confidence in your own abilities. I know of people who have not really applied for higher levels because they did not have the confidence in their own ability. Now, in my personal opinion, this is the perfect recipe for self sabotage. Because you don't need anybody else to pull you down. You yourself are doing an excellent job at it. Okay. So, this is the second challenge. The third challenge that working professionals are facing today is that despite of putting in hours and hours of hard work and performing well, there is stagnation. They feel that they did not get that promotion or that significant salary hike that they truly deserved, despite of working so hard and being a good performer. Now, there are 3 things you have to keep in mind over here. Okay. And these 3 things are that your performance alone is not going to guarantee that promotion or that significant salary hike. There's something else you need to take into account here. Okay. Your image is going to play a very important role. How do people perceive you in the organization, especially the management? How do they perceive you? Do they perceive you as a leader? Do they perceive you as somebody who is able to execute confidence and who communicates powerfully, who has the ability to manage a team and orchestrate things, manage important projects? Or are you being perceived as somebody who lacks the confidence, who does not communicate effectively, who does not have the ability to manage people? Okay. Are you liked by people in the company, or are you not liked by people in the company? Simple things. Okay. Ask yourself a simple question. If you were a manager and if you did not like one of your team members, would you promote that person? Would you advocate that this person should be promoted? You will not do it. Okay. So your image in the company is also very important. You need to work on these things. The third thing is, how much visibility or exposure do you really have? So you can be like a good performer, no doubt. But how many people in your company are aware of it? Okay. See, if you're going to be obscured, if you're going to be hidden, if you're going to be working in silos where nobody knows what you do, then how in the world are you expecting to get that promotion or that significant salary hike? Okay. I have mentioned in some of my earlier videos as well that there are times when a speaking engagement comes our way, when we get an opportunity to represent our company during a conference or an event where we address a large crowd, but we turn those things down because we simply did not have the confidence to address a large audience. But what we don't realize is what we really missed out on. We missed out on the biggest opportunity of our life to get that visibility and that exposure, not only from people within your company, but also outside your company. You could have been looked upon as an industry leader, as an authority in your field. when you would have posted those images and those videos on LinkedIn. Can you imagine the impact it would have had on your personal brand? Okay, so visibility is very important. When the management is looking for people to be promoted to senior management levels, they would really appreciate people who are able to represent the company in these kind of roles. Okay, so the next time a speaking engagement comes up, don't turn it down. Okay, so let's look at the fourth challenge. The fourth challenge is that obviously now, if you feel stagnated in the company, your immediate reaction to that is to start looking for a job. You feel that you'll get something better outside. You'll be treated well outside this organization. So you create a nice profile on social media platforms and on job portals, and you suddenly become active everywhere on LinkedIn and everywhere. Okay. And you start applying for jobs. You hit that apply button for like 1,000 times in a day. And then you wonder that why in the world am I still not getting a single interview call? Okay, this is happening because you have never taken the time out to customize your application for every job description and company, because they're different. You have that standard resume. Okay, do you realize that there are thousands of applications that go out, okay, for a single position? And do you feel that there is a human being sitting behind the laptop and going through your resumes? No, there is automation in place. There's something called as application tracking systems, which is automatically shortlisting your resumes based on keywords that are present in your resume. Okay, so if you do not customize your resume based on the job description and the unique requirements of that company, your chances of getting shortlisted for that interview are close to nil. That is the reason why you don't get any interview calls. Okay, that is the fourth challenge. The fifth challenge is that even if you do get a few interview calls by chance, you will get them from companies that you really don't want to work for. But even those interviews you're not able to crack. Why? Because you are not able to effectively articulate your thoughts and your ideas. You're not able to showcase what you bring to the table very effectively. You're not able to connect with the interviewer on a personal and emotional level. You understand? That is the reason why you're not able to crack those interviews. You may have excellent education, good experience, but because of simply not being able to effectively communicate those things across, you are missing out on opportunities. Okay? Because in today's job landscape, it's not only about your hard skills. It's not only about your technical skills and your domain knowledge. It's also about your confidence, your ability to communicate effectively. Because if you can't have an impact on the interviewer, they have the impression that you will not be able to have an impact on the senior management and the customers of the company. Simple as that, right? So you need to work on these things. Now, let's look at the last one, the last challenge, and this is very important. The last challenge is that there's too much competition. What can you do about this? There is competition, okay? But you can stand out from the crowd. You can. See, think about it. In India alone, there are lakhs of students passing out every single year. Everybody has the same qualification. They all want to work for the same companies. They want to serve the same clients and customers. Okay. And everyone together is shouting out loud, hire me, pay me, promote me. Right. But what do you think the employers are hearing, if at all they hear anything? All they hear is noise. And what do you think people do when they hear noise? They just close their ears. They don't hear anything you're saying because you look and sound absolutely identical. You diminish your value in the eyes of the employer by looking the same. Okay, you know, in one interesting book I had read, that the opposite of courage is not cowardice in the society today, but it is conformity. Means people conform, they act like everybody else. They don't even know why they're doing it, but they're just acting like everybody else. They're just trying to fit in. See, when you were in college and school, it's fine that you were trying to fit in. But in the professional world, it's not about that. It's about your differentiation. It's about how much you can stand out from the crowd. So I'm not saying that you have to look a whole lot different. All I'm saying is that you have to try to look just a little bit different so that the employers are able to see you for the unique skills and value that you bring to the table. Okay? That is the personal branding aspect that I'm talking about here. Okay, where you need to work on building a solid personal brand so that you come across as an authority in your field. Okay, now if you're able to resonate with any of these challenges, I welcome you to contact us because we at Super Resources Academy have the perfect solution for you. So, whether you are a young college graduate or a mid career professional or a senior corporate leader, if you're able to resonate with any of these challenges, we encourage you to contact us and let's work together.